Good morning, children. This lesson is of class 7 for the subject of mathematics, topic ratio and proportion, which is covered in your textbook and it is submitted to you on 9th of August 2021. Students, today we will discuss the new chapter ratio and proportion. So first of all, let us do the introduction of ratio. Comparison of two quantities is done by a relation called ratio. Suppose there are two quantities A and B. In fraction, we can write it as A upon B. Or in the ratio, if we will write A ratio B. For example, you find the speed. Your formula is distance upon time. So, this is the ratio of distance and time. So, we can say that comparison of two quantities of same kind is called ratio. This is very important. The quantities should be of same kind. Otherwise, we cannot find the ratio. Now, ratio of A and B is A is to B. We read it as A to B, where A is called antecedent or the first term and B is called consequent or second term. The ratio of 40 to 60 is found as 40 upon 60. See, 0 is cancelled with 0. Now both are divisible by 2. So let us do the cancellation by 2. 2 into 2, 4. 2 into 3, 6. So ratio will be 2 is to 3. Next we have to find the ratio of 3 rupees to 125 paisa. Now the units are not same. So first of all, let us make the units same. To convert paise to rupees, we will divide it with 100. So what we get? This 100 will go in the numerator and will get multiplied. So we get 300 upon 125. On doing the cancellation part, we will get 12 upon 5. So we can also say that ratio has no units. And if we multiply and divide each term of ratio by the same number, it does not affect the ratio. For example, 4 upon 9, if you multiply it with 2 in the numerator, in the denominator, you will get 8 upon 18. So if you divide it with the same number, there will be no change. It does not affect the ratio. Third one is always give the answer in simplest form. Now we have to express 3 upon 8 ratio 9 upon 16 in simplest form. Now this is in the fraction, this is also in the fraction. When denominator will go to numerator, it will get reciprocal. Now on doing the cancellation part, we get 2 upon 3, that is 2 is to 3. Next, express 3 kg 500 grams to 4 kg 250 grams. So first of all, let us convert this into grams and this into grams. Then we have to find its ratio. Now 1 kg is 1000 grams. So 3 kg will be 3000 grams. So 3000 grams plus 500, that is 3500 grams. Now 4 kg will be 4000 grams plus 250, that is 4250 grams. Now let us find its ratio, and on doing the cancellation part, we will get 14:17. Clear? Now let us discuss how can we compare the ratios. How can we tell which ratio is greater? First, 2 half is to 3 or 17 is to 2. So this is 5 upon 2 is to 3 or 17 is to 2. Now first of all make the denominator same. This is 5 upon 2 upon 3 upon 1. This will go to numerator, it will get reciprocal. We get 5 upon 6, 17 upon 2. Now make the denominator same. Multiply it with 3. We get 51 upon 6. Now the denominators are same. So we will compare the numerators. 51 is greater. So this whole ratio will be greater. Now take a break for 2 minutes and do the following question. Question is you have to compare 1 upon 7 ratio 1 upon 4 or 3 ratio 7, which is greater. Break is over now. Let us discuss its solution. 1 upon 7 upon 1 upon 4. It will form 4 upon 7. Now 3 ratio 7 is 3 upon 7. It is very clear that 4 is greater than 3. So 4 upon 7 will be greater than 3 upon 7. Clear, children? Next question is, a baby girl sleeps 12.5 hours every day. Find the ratio of the time she is awake to the time she sleeps. Now she is sleeping 12.5 hours every day. And if we have to find the time she is awaking, we will subtract it from 24 hours. So what we get? 24 minus 25 by 2, that is 23 by 2 hours. Now we have to find the ratio of time she awake and of the time she sleeps. That is 23 upon 2 upon 25 upon 2. This 2 will cancel and we get 23 is to 25. Next is dividing in a given ratio. If a number x is divided into 2 parts in ratio a is to b, then first part will be a upon sum of both parts into the number. Then the second part will be second part of the ratio and sum of 2 parts up into number. Let us apply this formula in a question. We have to divide 300 rupees in 2 parts such that one is 2/3 of other. Now one part is a. If we take other part will be 2 by 3a. So the first part will be what? First part will be first part of the ratio upon sum of 2 parts into number. Take the LCM in the denominator. We get this 3 will go up. We get 3a upon 5a into 300. That is 180. Similarly, other part will be 2 upon 3a upon 5a upon 3 into 300. This will cancel. On doing the simplification, we get 120. Now the next topic is compound ratio. Suppose we have 2 ratios. One is a is to b, other is c is to d. Then the compound ratio of a is to b and c is to d is a into c upon b into d. Means we are just multiplying the numerator and denominator. Suppose we have a question, we have to find out the compounded ratio of 14 is to 9 and 1 upon 7 is to 1 upon 3. First of all, let us make it simple. Multiply with 21, multiply with 21. We get 3 is to 7. Now we have ratio 14 is to 9 and 3 is to 7. So now compounded ratio will be what? Multiplication of numerator upon multiplication of denominator. So we get 2 is to 3. Children, now next topic is multiplying factor or multiplying ratio. Suppose the price of a pen is 10 rupees and then it increases to 20 rupees. So the ratio of old price to the new price is 10 upon 20, that is 1 upon 2. It means we can say that the price of a pen has increased in the ratio 1:2. As you can see, that is old price upon new price is equals to 1 upon 2. Or we can also say that new price upon old price is equals to 2 upon 1. So what will be the new price? That is 2 upon 1 multiply old price. So we can give the answer in this form also, that final quantity is equals to 2 upon 1 into original quantity. So the multiplying ratio, this is the multiplying factor. We can say final quantity upon original quantity. Clear? Now suppose we have to find the multiplying ratio which changes rupees 90 to rupees 63. This is original, this is final, means it is getting decreased. Multiplying ratio will be final quantity upon original, that is 63 upon 90. On doing the cancellation part, we will get 7 upon 10. Next one is reduce 105 in the ratio 3:5. This is the multiplying ratio which is given to you. And this is the original value. And you have to find the final quantity. So we will use that formula only. Final quantity is equals to multiplying ratio into original quantity. That is 105 into 3/5. So on doing the cancellation, we get 63 rupees. Next one is find A ratio C when A ratio B is 2/5 and B ratio C is 4/7. Now A upon B is 2/5, B upon C is 4/7. Try to make B same because B is B here, B is B. Now this is 5, this is 4. Multiply it with 4, you will get 20. Multiplying here with 5, you will get 20. So do it like this. We get A upon B 8 upon 20, B upon C 20 upon 35. So if we have to write A ratio C, B is same now. So simply we can write A ratio C is equals to 8 ratio 35. Now the next question is we have to divide. Next question is divide 1,08,000 between Rama, Anu and Beni in the ratio 15:10:2. It means we have to find three parts. First of Rama, then Anu, then Beni. Let us find the total of these. This is 27. So the formula, according to the formula, the first part will be 15 upon total into total money. That gives you 60,000. Second part will be 10 upon total into given number. That is 40,000. Similarly, the third part will be 8,000. Clear? Now children, let us discuss next topic, that is proportion. Four quantities A, B, C and D, they are said to be in proportion if A upon B is equals to C upon D. Means their ratio should be equal. Then these four numbers are in proportion. For example, if we have to check whether 10 men ratio 70 men, this is the symbol for proportion. 49 women ratio 7 women. Now let us find the ratios. 10 upon 70, that is 7. That is 10 upon 70 is to 49 upon 7. So here this is 1 upon 7. Here it is 7 upon 1. So these two are not equal. So these four numbers are not in proportion. Fine. Now, if A upon B is equals to C upon D, or equals to, this equals to is used as the symbol for proportion. A is first term, B is second, C is third, and D is the fourth term. A and D are extremes, B and C are means. Fine. So now we can say that if A upon B is equals to C upon D, then do the cross multiplication. That is, A into D is equals to B into C. This is the cross product rule, very important. So it means we can say that if the two ratios are in proportion, then the product of extremes will be equals to product of means. Now let us find the fourth proportional. 3 is given to you. You have to fourth one. Let us suppose it x. So this is given in proportion. It means 1.5 ratio 2 1 by 3 proportion to 3 1 by 4 is to x. Now let us do the cancellation part. 3 upon 2 ratio 7 upon 3. This can be written as 3 upon 2 upon 7 upon 3. This is 13 upon 4 upon x upon 1. So on doing the simplification, we get 9 upon 14 is equals to 13 upon 4x. So on doing the cross multiplication, the value of x will be 91 upon 18, which is converted to mixed fraction. We get 5 1 upon 18 kg, because rest 3 terms were in kg. Next topic is continued proportion. If A upon B is equals to B upon C, if you see carefully, this second term and third term are same. Then the numbers will be said to be in continued proportion. If you do the cross multiplication, you will see we get A into C is equals to B into B, that is B square. So where B is the mean proportion between A and C, and the C is the third proportional, means A is first term, B is mean proportional, and C is the third proportional. Let us do the questions. We have to find mean proportional between 3 upon 4, 4 upon 243. So here mean proportional means B you have to find out. Now we know B square is equals to AC. Put the value of A, 3 by 4, C is 4 by 243. So what we get? 3 upon 243, that is 1 upon 81. So B square is equals to 1 upon 81 means B is equals to 1 upon 9. Next one, find the third proportional to 2 by 3, 3 by 8. So third proportional means we have to find C. Again the formula we will apply, that is same. B square is equals to AC. Let us take C is x, B is 3 by 8 square, A is 2 by 3. This is 9 by 64. On doing the cross multiplication, finally the value of x will be 27 upon 128. Clear? Next one is find x such that x upon x ratio 2.5 is equals to 2.5 ratio 2. Now x upon 2.5 is equals to 2 upon 5 upon 2. Do the cross multiplication. We get 2x is equals to 2.5 into 2.5. That is, on doing the simplification part, we get 25 upon 8. Next one is R 16, 16, 4 in continued proportion. Let us check. This is 16 upon 16, 1 upon 1. Then 16 upon 4. As you know, B is getting repeated. So that's why I am writing 16 here again. This is 4 by 1. They are not equal. It means they are not in continued proportion. Next question is, the length of a rectangular field is 140 meter. If the ratio of the length to the breadth of the field is 5:3, what will be the breadth of the field? Length is 140 meter, breadth is x. Now length upon breadth ratio is 5/3. Length is 140, breadth is x. Do the cross multiplication, x will be 84 meter. Now children, your homework is you have to do exercise 1A and 1B of ratio and proportion in your maths register. Thank you children.